Hello everybody, in this video I'll be showing you how to create a layout, which is the very last step in this project. A layout is basically what you will print out as your map that has a title and a legend and other sorts of features like that. So we start here with our map. You've done all the analysis, you've made this, you have a layer with the ranger districts, and the red areas are the suitable areas for timber harvest, and I've chosen to include the roads layer on here too, just as an extra layer. If you want to include any other layers that you think add some context to your map, you can do that as well. So the first thing that you need to do to create a layout is you say insert up here at the top, new layout, and we're going to make it 11 by 17 because that's what our project instructions specify. Then from here we have this layout, and then we say map frame, and we want to click on the one that looks like our map. You'll probably just have one map available, so you click on that one and you draw a box where you want your map to show up. So we can just eyeball it there, and our map will show up in this box once it loads. Okay, so it's pretty small here. We have some room that we can zoom in on. We don't really care about this little piece over here. So to zoom in on a map frame, you can't just zoom like this, because this just zooms like a regular zoom, just zooms in on the layout. To zoom in on the map itself, you right click and you say activate, and now we can zoom like normal, and it will zoom in on our area of interest. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like this, and then to exit out of the activate mode, we just click on the X up here. Okay, so we have our map here, and so now from here we can add whatever other elements we want here. So probably a title would be good. We click on the text box here and we just draw a box where we want our title to go. And I'm going to go ahead and call this Uinta Wasatch Cache National Forest Timber Harvest. Okay, and over here, if we right click on this, we can bring up the properties for our text. I want to make the text a little bigger, so under appearance I'll just say 18. Apply. Okay, maybe a little bigger. We can change where it's aligned if I want to put it in the center. There we go, we have a nice title. Okay, the next thing that we might want is a north arrow. So you just click on north arrow up here, and again just drag a box wherever you want your north arrow to be. So let's say I put our north arrow down here at the bottom. That's a little big. We can just make it however big you want it to be. That looks good. Maybe we want a scale bar as well. We can choose what scale bar we want it to be by clicking on this arrow down here. I've used this one recently. This one looks pretty nice and simple, so we'll do that. We'll just put it down here by the north arrow as well. I can zoom in and make this so we can see it. Great, so now we can tell that that's 12 miles. And the last thing that we might want is a legend. So again, you just click on this and drag a box wherever you want the legend to be. So our legend has 3 items in it, one for each of the layers that we have showing here. The national forest boundaries, the suitable harvest area, and the roads. If we want to change what these, the labels on the legend are, we just click on the layer over here in the drawing order contents pane. So if I want to just change this to forest boundaries, I just go like that and it changes. And if you want to change any other sort of properties about your legend, you just right click and say properties, and we can give it a background. And there we go, we have a nice background on it so it's easier to read. Same thing goes with all these other ones. You can play around with any sort of properties in here, give it a background or change the color of it. But this is just a nice simple layout, and you can do the same thing on your own.